Good morning, everybody. Froggy Stocks here. Nothing to say is financial advice, entertainment purposes only. And it looks like Fidelity's got my account straightened out. So I'm going to get in and get ready to get these HE calls that we talked about. Hawaiian Electric, who currently has multiple, I think several lawsuits coming in after it, where people are blaming them for the fires in Maui, which they could be held liable for. In my opinion, the government's probably going to back the utilities companies. I mean, there's probably some kind of natural disaster clause that they're going to fall under with insurance, and or they just decide to settle right up front with said plaintiffs. And we'll see. It's a really, really sad thing that happened, but there was a lot of circumstances that people don't know about. I don't even know the whole story. It was a terrible, terrible disaster. The reason that it popped back up 1 hour ago, and this is from MarketWatch, it popped back up to 14. Hawaiian Electric stock rockets to a record gain after update on cause of the fires. Responded to a lawsuit filed by Maui County over the deadly Lani fires by calling the suit factually and legally irresponsible. The company said the fire in the area at 6:30 a.m. local time on August 8 appeared to be caused by power lines that fell in high winds. The Maui County Fire Department, which responded to that fire, had declared that the fire had been extinguished, and the fire department left the scene at 2 p.m. So that's pretty interesting. There's some interesting stuff going on, but too bad we couldn't get in the other day. RWK88 came in, keyed us up on it on Friday. My account was locked up because of all the ape AMC nonsense. It's popped up to 15.15 in after hours yesterday, and this morning it's come down back to 13.98. I'm going to go ahead and jump in and get some call options on this out to October 20, maybe a little sooner, because if we get into lawsuit stuff, it is dismissed and or they just settle. This stock could really pop back up 30, 40 bucks within a matter of a month. So good call on that one. TMF trickling around down a little bit this morning. Looks like it's broke below the uptrend, potentially getting ready to start a new sideways trend into another uptrend, but still following treasuries out for a long time. This could go really good if people start deciding to get back into treasuries because bank downgrades and bank failures start keying up. With people getting 8.5, 7.5 interest rates on their home loans, it's only a matter of time. People cannot sustain $3,000 a month on $250,000 properties. It's not even logical why people are doing that. It's like everybody at the last minute decides to run out and get a house because they see everybody running out and getting houses, and or because rent just went through the roof. IDEX still popping around 350. I'm going to go ahead right now and actually take a small short out on that if I can. Individual. It's a little short. Let's see what. Limit 3.50. There we go. Expanded ticket. Sorry, I'm trying to place a trade real quick on IDX on the short side. Limit 50. Cash. So, what is going on? Dude, I need to get out of Fidelity like as soon as possible. Well, let's just go check the options because for some reason I can't pick the right. All right, let's do HE. Let's do one at a time. HE. Action. Quantity. 10. Call. Expiration. I'll do September 29th. Let's do 15. Limit price. 210. That's pretty high. Buy. Be done in a sec, guys. Placing the trades. Placing the trades. Go to HE. HE is tumbling it open. Better check real quick and make sure there's not any news that just came out on HE. If this thing reverses, that would be a disaster. But RSI is down pretty low. Hawaiian Electric news. Hawaiian Electric says lines de-energized when Lonnie fires begin. Lahane. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in on them calls. Let's see. 205. Preview. Place order. All right, I'm in on the HE calls. Let's see what she does today. My luck should probably just plummet, but RSI on the 5-minute is really low. I don't see any more lawsuit news. RSI is still super low on the daily, and the MACD on the daily looks like it's getting ready to cross back over. So we'll take whatever we take today, but I'm in on that. Let's go to IDEX. Plummeting, and I couldn't get my trade in quick enough. Let's see. Options, IDEX. Open. Put expiration. October 20, strike 3. Come on, baby. Man, I missed this one. We're going to go lower on the strike. I'm going to do $2 strike. It's not any cheaper. All right, I'm in. Got them. Puts. Should have bought them first at open. That sucks. I missed that one. It's already down 5%. We could have got in. Good on that one. Either way, I'm in. I got, let's see, what did I get? I got HE $15 call for September 29th. IDX $3 puts for October 20. TMF $7 calls October 20. Space still kicking around. Could have took profit on those around the same time I should have took profit on APE, but I didn't. So here we are. All right, we're in the play. So we got our 2 good plays set up. We'll see what IDEX does. I mean, consecutively, it's just starting to downtrend. So hopefully by, I don't know, next week, we're sitting around under close to $3. And HE, hopefully we see some good news come out. Not doing real great this morning, but we may have to double up on our calls on HE if it drops any lower than 13. We'll see. We'll see where she finds support. If it doesn't catch support around 1250, then we could be looking. I don't really that's not really a gap. It doesn't look like it has any gap fills to the downside. Not on the daily anyways. Well, I guess it does. It does have that gap between 9 and 13, but if it catches support here, we're good. It'll pop up. And with any good news, boom, it could go back to 20, fill this gap up here. Come on, right there. 31.41. If it catches support at $13, it's going to be good. It'll bounce, and then we'll probably start our next uptrend off of some type of good news. So we'll see. The whole market's red today, though, so Amazon and coin are barely moving. Let's check to see what AMC is doing. Just because we have small positions. AMC 1096, still an absolute disaster. I mean, that's just it's pathetic. Adam Aaron is still silent. See if he said anything. All right, let's take some chats here. There are rumors that the lines the brush was on were not live. Yeah, they've already put out a statement we just read that said that the lines were de-energized. So, what's up, bro? Spence, keep Grom on the watch. Might pop. I'll check it. They will also settle out even if there are any lawsuits. Yeah, I agree, Red Bill. Good morning, apes. Kramer pumping a few big techs last pump before TMF may go 580 then climb. Yeah, TMF's going to be a good one long term regardless. I mean, that's just a very fundamental play. When banks are doing bad and people start defaulting and the dollar's losing value, institutions will like to go into treasuries. It'll be a good thing. So 372 divided by 7, 53.14, but TD Ameritrade only gave me 49 shares. You're probably going to get cash in lieu of some of your shares, Ted. So don't be surprised about that. AT calls, be careful. The more I think about not getting my AMC shares when we were supposed to, the more I'm getting pissed. Yeah, the entire market hosed everybody, you guys. Like, how can the stock price be reflected properly if people don't have their shares? If retail, who owns the most of AMC, doesn't have their shares, then how can the market operate correctly? It should have been halted until all shares were accounted for. We are on fair playing field. No, we're not. Jobs data today, Spence. Market waiting on news, I believe. Yeah, today does seem like that. If it is jobs data today, the market going a little red, I'm not surprised. Because these things will like to turn around and pop back up like crazy. So actually, we might have got calls today right at the right spot. Well, obviously not IDX, but HE, we might have got calls right at the right spot on its little bit of downside in the morning. IDX, I'm not worried about. That's going to bounce around. We may load up more on those, or I may anyways. Let's see. Let's see what they're priced at now, if they're any cheaper. Limit 10. Oh, they're like 30 cents cheaper now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wait a minute, and then I'm gonna grab a couple more IDX puts. IDX one for 125 reverse split, 31 million in debt, trying to sell electric tractors. The company's done multiple reverse splits. They've got 18 million in cash on hand, but their balance sheet is absolute garbage. It's just like, again, to me, it sounds like the insiders are trying to raise as much money as they can to dump their shares before the company ends up bankrupt. So I'm actually going to go ahead and pull the trigger on a couple more. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. I just bought some more IDX calls again. I've got a pretty big IDX put position, or puts. I'm sorry. Puts, not calls. Got a pretty big put position now on this. Yep. I'm sitting about $2,500 worth of puts on IDEX. Right now it's down considerably, but when this thing just starts tanking, should be good to go. Especially considering that I'm buying $3 calls. We're still a good 34 cents off of $3. So put that one on the back burner. Looking at HE starting to, TMF actually had a good opening in the morning. That's good. HE starting to pop back up, which is good. See if we can find any news. Back to the chat. Yeah, Thomas Spencer is my name. The channel's still Froggy Stonks though. But if I'm gonna get into other things, like when the election pops up, I'll probably be doing some space calls about election stuff and things like that. When it comes in, I want to be a little more full named on that. So I'm doing a weekly DCA and a TMF shares expect when it broke into the fives. I loaded the boat waiting to get paid this week to buy a couple hundred worth. Yeah, I'm really digging the TMF thing, man. It might take some time, But remember, October, when the fiscal year changes over for the government, you may see people returning into treasuries to protect their money. Still laid off 1/3 of employees in manufacturing. Don't want to sound down, Mr. New Channel. Yep, XX it is. Chris Iblis? Anything EV is a bad long-term deal. Except Tesla, man. I mean, depending on what your definition of long-term is, but yeah, D's easy. I got October 20 on Ideanomics. It usually takes about 30 days for them big reverse splits just to crash. So, and I'm talking Ideanomics will probably go back under $1, you guys. Like if they try to raise capital and the insiders start dumping whatever they have left, this thing could absolutely plummet. So, patience and determination on that one. It's going to be a little bit of time. Same with TMF, but I really think there's good plays. TMF's looking really good actually today. You know, I may actually go just grab more TMF calls. What is Overstock doing? We can't forget about it. Overstock's still having a really good day. Space just putting around. And Innovix actually looks good for some calls today. I'm going to buy some Innovix calls real quick. Trade. Come on. Call expiration September 15th. Strike. Let's do 15. Whew, them babies are expensive. Man, the Innovix calls are oh, whoops. That's why. There we go. That's better. They're still expensive. Probably better just to buy the stock on that one. I'm gonna buy a little bit of a Innovix stock. Individual ENVX. Buy. All right, I just nailed some Innovix stock. Anytime I see Innovix below 14 bucks, I'm gonna load shares on that. If you guys don't know anything about Innovix, I've got past videos where I've covered that. Their battery tech's pretty impressive. They got really good brake flow technology, which allows any shorts in the battery. It creates a situation where it won't catch on fire. It's been proven. They've got a new manufacturing plant in the Philippines, I believe, or not the Philippines. Maybe it is the Philippines. But insiders are buying. The CEO just bought a new load of shares on the inside, which is really good to see. And they've got some big backers, man. It's not the Philippines. Malaysia. Yeah, so it's been so long since I talked about it. ENVX. It's always a good one. Looks like IDEX is going to end up just doing a downside, maybe potentially. Let's look at the daily chart, see what we got. I mean, it bear flagged right there, and it looks like it wants to collapse. If this thing collapses back to 30 cents, those puts are going to fly into the money. Hawaiian Electric just taking a beating this morning. I guess it's to be considered after it had a nice, 40, 50% run. We'll see, though. We'll see if it catches support down here. Why didn't my line move? Either way. I want to do something new today, too. I'm going to go to Terrible's page. Terrible does this news breakdown thing. Let's see if she did one. She actually hasn't tweeted in a couple days. Hope she's okay. Of course, she's getting in specifically to COVID stuff. If the tests work, why false positives? The mask works, why 6 feet? If 6 feet works, why the masks? If all 3 work, why the lockdowns? If all 4 work, why do we need more vaccines? It's very true. And yeah, they're wanting people to get new boosters. They're wanting people to wear masks again already. Same day they put Trump in jail. It's absolutely insane. So she hasn't done a news breakdown yet. Sugar Kush on there. Good morning, everyone, except the Silver Snake CEO Adam. What you did to your shareholders is beyond criminal. 100% true. It's absolutely ridiculous. AMC dropped faster than Mullen did after reverse split. Yeah, and that's what I'm waiting on IDEX. I'm waiting for IDEX just to absolutely crash because there's no way this company raises any significant cash to keep what they're doing in business for long. Thomas, tell the people from Al from Boston wants to do a share count before the RS Con. He will put out the details. We cannot give up. You guys, there's not going to be a share count. You're not going to get, we've been asking for this stuff for years. I told Al from day one that him and his boys and Ethan and Daily Blend getting involved in the court case and helping objectors and the letter writing campaign was only going to cause more delays in the APE conversion. And because of the delays that were caused in the APE conversion, institutions had 6 months to unwind total return swap and short positions with Antera Capital. I told them all what they were doing was going to amount to nothing. I told them all what they were doing was going to cause basically value decrease in the conversion because of the delays, because it gives shorts time to unwind. They did it anyways. They didn't listen. Al made a bunch of money on YouTube off of it. You guys are not going to get a share count. It's over. I'm telling you right now. The only thing that you want to do is try to get Adam Aaron legally in some sort of sense that he intentionally destroyed the company. But all the Barracks lawyers that thought they were doing something good, the Allegheny lawsuit was set up specifically as a delay, and all these guys did was help delay it even further. It's just stupid, man. Like this whole, oh, we're never going to give up. Just like the whole thing. Al didn't want to do T0. Ethan didn't want to do T0. Cat Striker didn't want to do T0. Rocket, PG, Cat, all them people. They didn't want to do T0. Then they didn't want to do DRS. And then they wanted to run into these lawsuits. And every time I've told them, this is what's going to happen if we do T0 or if we do DRS or if we just let them settle this lawsuit. Nobody wanted to listen, man. And then they flip around and they want to do all these other things because it gets engagement to his channel. You guys got to quit falling for stuff like that, man. Adam Aaron will come out and say, "Whoa, we did 7 share counts." And look, if we would have done T0 back in December of 2021, you would have got a 1-to-1 share count because AMC common stock would have been tokenized in a 1-to-1 security token. You would have got exactly what you wanted, but everybody wanted to attack Mark Cohodes instead. The only thing that worries me about Innovix is if we have a big breakthrough in solid state battery tech, I hold shares of Innovix calls. Yeah, that would be a big deal, but I think in reality, the big tech with Innovix is the break flow tech. So if you want to get in some tech, UI is bouncing along its bottom. What's UI? I don't know what's been going on with me in the mornings, guys. Be right back real quick. go make some coffee. Hey, excuse me. Got the coffee on. We're ready to go now. Let's start waking up at 7, a little earlier. No, I'm not saying you, Chris. Yeah, the DRS worked. Both times we had, I think our first run was $9.10, and then everybody attacked me and Froggy. And then about 6 months later, the second time we did it, we ran to 710. If the entire community would have centered around DRS in 1 month, we would have won this. But Cat and Strike and Big Ohms and Blunts and all these people didn't want to do it, and they wanted to stick with their ideas that were non-action ideas, and that's why they loved it, because they could just sit on the couch and not do anything, and boom, we are where we are today. Direct registration, the intensity and volume at which you direct register directly reflects the stock price run. So UI, geez, 171. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that. I mean, it might be a good stock, but when stocks get up in the 100 ranges, I don't deal with it. IDX falling off cliff, guys. Boom, boom. Wish we would have got in a little earlier, like a day ago, but we are where we are. So hopefully the puts start valuing properly the closer it gets to $3. If this thing ends up crashing under $2, something like that, then we're gonna see some serious money. So we just took back 30% on IDX. It'd be something if it just collapsed today, man. If it just absolutely collapsed today, that would be glorious. Because I did pull in my calls to September 29th. Or no, I'm sorry. What did I do? IDX. I did do October 20s. I should have did closer range calls. We'll see though. Sometimes duration's your friend. Any other news going on? Why don't my emojis pop up? Yeah, more than likely, I think Hawaiian Electric ends up walking away with maybe a settlement to some of the victims. I highly doubt they take any real heat over that. So let's see. Let's go back. Okay, I'm in my positions. Transfer. It's actually time for me to pull some cash out and take a paycheck from some of my other plays. You know, that's what people I see do, or they really mess up sometimes, is when they make big wins, they leave all their money in their brokerage account and they don't take out any cash. They don't take out any cash. They don't take their paycheck, which is something that people should really look at. So by the time the IDX puts print and More than likely, if HE goes back up, if the HE calls really slam, my paycheck I just pulled out today will be completely recovered, probably times two. So these are really good plays. RWK88, man, thanks for the key up on HE. And I forgot who told me about IDX, but like I said, you guys coming in the chat bring plays to me, and I appreciate that. So it's very mutually beneficial for people when y'all come in here. Boss Blunts has to be crapping his pants. I saw him put up 100K at 9. Yeah, dude, Boss Blunts is a fool. He's a showboat fool. If he shaved his beard, nobody would even watch his channel. I guarantee you that right now. But the whole went down to my credit union and had them transfer some money to my brokerage and smoking in the garage. Come on, man. Like, come on, dude. The theater is over, man. I tried to be as real as I possibly could on my channel with everybody on my thesis. It crept a little bit and I missed it right at the end. We should have closed at 244. But the problem is, I was so busy answering phone calls. I was getting 10, 20 phone calls a day, 10, 15 emails a day. My DMs, I still have not been able to get through thousands of DMs I've got on Twitter for people asking for help, how to fix their bags. The problem is, a lot of people only wanted to listen to me the last 15 days before AMC Ape converted. They weren't listening to me for 6 months when I was telling people, get out of your AMC and get into Ape. And if they would have flipped AMC for Ape, got into Ape at $1.40 to $1.60 and made 30-40%. And I missed my sell point because my head was so wrapped up in it trying to help people that I just didn't realize my thesis creeped. So it's just bad, man. It was me. David. Thanks, David. Red Bill. Okay, let me write that down. Red Bill. Red Bill. Appreciate you, brother. IDX is going to be a good one because I did follow that in its early days back when it was doing all kinds of crazy stuff back here. I did a little bit of long on it and made some money, and then I dumped it because I realized what it was. So this is going to be a good one. I think by tomorrow, if this thing's under $3, my puts will be in the money, and then by $1, that'll be a couple 100%. So Nicholas Papa John, bro, they're coming for you. Who's coming for me? Or Chimp, however you want to look at it. Blunts, Bigums, Al, whatever, man. Most of these AMC guys, they are entertainers. Lou, they're very, very entertaining. Very entertaining. But a lot of what they say is usually wrong. Lou ends up probably being the most right about Adam Aaron out of everybody. But, he came in when I told people to buy Ape from 60 to $1. He said, no, Ape ain't good, man. Ape ain't good. And then when it ran to 3, he's like, buy Ape. And as soon as he said that, I said, sell Ape. And people got out. He makes really bad calls on the chart. Spence, RSA way too hot. Day trade puts. You. What is you? Unity software? Holy shit. Well, what's going on with Unity software? Let's see what they did, though. Unity, what's the news? Maybe I will take some puts on that. I don't see any big news. It looks like it's just squeezing. Let's check the daily real quick. There's no gaps. I'll take a small position in it. See what happens. Unless they got some kind of contract or something. Gaming stock. Unity Software unusual options. Credit Suisse has decided to maintain their outperform rating on Unity Software. Price target of 61, 11 days ago. I don't know, man. They got something going on. I mean, they're pretty popular in the gaming scene, and this thing looks like it just wants to absolutely rip. I mean, it's only up 2%, but all right, I'm gonna check some puts. I'm just gonna take a chance on it. Buy to open, and put short term. September 1st is the closest. Let's do 35. We'll see what the price of those are. They're pretty cheap. Yeah, so if this does if this does go right, then boom. Puts. All right, I got what? Oh. All right, I'm in. I bought a small put position on Unity just to see if there's some short-term downside. I got them for Friday, so not much time. If it keeps going up, I'm going to take a hit. If it decides to reverse, it could be a good reversal. I'll be able to take a quick profit. But to me, it looks like there's some news or something that came in. Somebody just loaded up. There's quite a bit of volume right at open, and this thing is just still rocking, man. Might have been better to buy calls on that. Look at that. Chart looks really good for a big reversal, but there's no gaps to fill. That's not really, it's already filled. I mean, I guess there's a little gap there at 99, but if she comes back down, hopefully it recovers that 2%. It comes back down around here, then I'll be able to get out. That'll be a nice win. But let's see, Unity software. They must have had something come out. But there's not really a lot of people talking about it. You gotta be careful with these gaming companies, man. They one banger or one good DLC, especially when you're dealing with stuff like Roblox and Minecraft and stuff like that, can send these things flying. Just even the what do they call it? Fortnite with the Dragon Ball Z crossover they did. That helped the new Dragon Ball superhero movie cap like one of the biggest wins in their history. So this thing's still popping, man. We'll see. We'll see what goes on. It is hot. We'll see if it tumbles back down. TMF. Woo! Candle, baby. TMF candle. That's covering. And I was going to buy more this morning and I forgot. Oh, calls are even cheaper. TMF calls, October 20. $7 strikes are 20 cents per share right now. I'm gonna go ahead and just load more there too. Okay, now I'm in. I'm in really good now. I got more TMF. Hopefully these my small U put position takes a gain. TMF candle just hit hard. Wow, look at that. Come on, baby. Is this the start? Is this the start? Let's go. We just broke back above our trend line. That's hot. That's hot. If this thing starts taking off on short covering this soon, back to gap fill ranges. Ooh, man, now I'm excited again. All right, now I'm feeling it. Getting the adrenaline back. All right. Bro, they're coming. I wish I found you and Mark earlier. I only found you guys when I was in SI for the squeeze. Yeah, man, I get it, dude. I wish I would have. I wish I would have known Mark as good as I do now earlier. But we all were on board with T0, man. And if the entire community would have said, Adam Aaron, why don't you want to do T0 if it's just a one-to-one security token and it worked for Overstock, and really use their brain power instead of attacking Mark, then we would have came back and just said, okay, AA, you need to be removed from the company, and we would have took AMC over as a company. We could have put our own CEO in. But instead, Cat Stryker and all these clowns decided they wanted to support Adam Aaron, the suit. You, Spence, RSI way too hot. Day trade, we did that. Do you think the market will crash in October? I think it's not looking good as far as like a big crash. I don't think we're really going to see a big crash again, but downside for sure. Ticker, he was not at fault. They apparently cut all energy off for 6 hours after a first fire. Maui Fire Department is being blamed for neglect after leaving. First fire causing the second. Open truth. Yep, that's exactly what I read. And that's what it sounds like. I mean, the power line, the utility companies, the first thing they do is they cut the flow. Like they know the lines are down. They see it on their grids. Unity's sympathies, Apple, but it gets way overbought and sold sometimes. I'm just bringing stuff to your attention. Don't buy if doubt. Oh no, I totally agree with you on the chart. It looks like it needs to take a hit. I mean, that's a really quick big run. We better put it on. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with them, if there's any reason for the price action. There is a small gap up there, but it usually pumps, dump, little pump, dump, pump, dump. Big pump, dump, big pump, dump, big pump, dump, big pump, dump. Maybe a big pump. I don't know. It's got a big gap up at 98. We'll see, man. Not worried about it. It is running, though. I mean, it does look like it probably should see some downside here pretty soon. Nah, it's not a big deal. I like to gamble sometimes. But I'm really concerned is if TMF's going to start its run, man. Oh, I thought that was TMF. TMF is looking good. Very good. Innovix is up. I'm going to just wait on the U puts. Maybe tomorrow it takes a hit. Put you in the watch list. That thing is just running, though. Space up today a little bit. That's cool. Meta's taking a hit. HE still kind of just putzing around. All we need is one good news drop on HE, guys. That's the catalyst. They come out, they say, yep, Hawaiian Electric was not at fault. We've proven it. Here you go. Boom. This thing runs back to 20 bucks. That's a big win. IDEX. We're doing really good on IDEX right now, you guys. I was down 50% at the immediate buy at open. I'm only down 1.53% right now, which means the IDEX puts are printing like crazy right now. Yep. This is going to be a big one. IDEX is going to be a big one. When this thing collapses and hits back down like $2.50 ranges, IDEX puts, I'm holding them. I'm not dumping them early. I've got till October 20th. I could wait a couple weeks before the expiration and see if this thing comes back down into 50-cent ranges, and then the company's toast. I mean, that would have been awesome just to be short this thing right at the top. But, I mean, we're in a good position. IDX is going to make up anything I lost on Ape. I only lost like $2,000 on Ape, so. TMF, though. Yeah. Yeah. TMF's going to run, baby. TMF and IDEX going to be absolute bangers. Did AMC benefit from the vote? Froggy, did AMC benefit from the yes vote? No. That's why I didn't vote. I told everybody I wasn't going to vote. Everybody's like, you're a yes voter. No, I was an ape player. and I should have took a 40% profit. Instead, I got stuck helping people and stayed in. But uh, the DD on how Ape was going to hurt the company was correct. If Ape would have converted March 15th, this would have been a way different story because shorts would have got trapped in the play. They wouldn't have had 6 months to unwind their return swaps or whatever it was with the Antera Capital. Antera Capital filed like 30 forms in the meantime while the lawsuits were going on, and the further they were delayed by the Barracks lawyers, the worse the price action got. If Ape would have converted on March 15th, we probably would have saw $30 on AMC, and people would have all been able to get out of the play. $6 TMF calls. What's up, Papa John? Nice. Unity simps off Apple a lot. Yeah, that's what someone else was saying. Bro, you help a lot. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Market looks scary. Yeah, I agree. I've got $7 TMF calls for 650. Let's go. A lot of people talking short squeeze on TMF. I'm not talking short squeeze. I'm talking straight fundamental treasuries. Institutions are going to go back into treasuries, gap fills on the dailies over a period past October, and I may have to take out calls in different portions if my time isn't enough. It might have been better just to buy stock here, but if this thing squeezes before the fiscal year changeover in October, or it pops up because institutions dump back into treasuries and shorts cover, this is going to be a big win. And there's a lot of people, a lot of other YouTubers who are way better than me. Like I said, oh man, I forgot his name now. Now I feel bad. I've never forgotten this dude's name. Stockmo. Stockmo is good, man. He does a lot of analysis. He's got the background. He's got a teaching background. He's got investment background, and he's calling for a squeeze on this thing. So there's also the blue laser theory. Nothing blue burnt near as much. Yeah, that's what people are talking about. Tara's been over that a lot. Coin looks overbought. Also, Spence. Coin's a dumpster fire. Overbought on the 5-minute. But coin has a habit of starting really big uptrends when it does this, so I'm just going to stay away from coin for now. I'm in enough plays as it is. IDEX and HE are going to be absolute bangers, and so is TMF. I'm really happy with where we're sitting right now. And Innovix is having a run today. Should have bought the calls, I guess. Damn it, but whatever. I'm going to hold Innovix longer. That'll be a good 12-month hold. And if this thing does run, the short interest is like 36%. If they can produce the batteries at scale, insiders are buying, the tech is good, they got an Army contract. When shorts get squeezed in a Innovix, this thing is actually going to squeeze. I'm talking like hundreds of dollars. Overstock popping. I should have got in at 23. I was hoping for 21. I missed it. Overstock's looking great. Yep. Is there any gaps to the upside on Overstock? I don't know if that's a gap or not. That's pretty close, but Overstock's going to be one hell of a company in like 2 years, you guys. You want another play, Spence? RDW has a lot of contracts. I know we are using them at Blue Origin for some of the projects that I am working on. Okay, RDW. Let's see what that is. Redwire Corporation, 328. Man, what happened to their stock? I'm gonna have to do some research on that one. It looks like their IPO did pretty good, and then they just got attacked. I don't know if it was by shorts or what, but Space having a decent day too. We're back in the game, baby. Come on, TMF, keep running. If people start covering shorts on TMF, that's going to be a good day. And that was a 2.8 million volume candle on TMF. I think we're set up really freaking good today. I have a great feeling about this. Do you think HE found its bottom for the day? Maybe. I don't know, man. It's a hard one to say because what's going on with the suits. But if this thing comes back down tomorrow, let's say I'm going to set this up here. If I see it come down and hit here tomorrow or even today, I'll buy some more calls. If it starts trekking down to retake this candle, which I doubt it does. If it goes below here, I'm going to keep buying calls on it. I'm going to do it in small lots so I don't get it all in one purchase. I'm going to do it in small lots to average down on those calls because I do think TMF is going to come out of this clean once the dust settles, unfortunately, for the island. You know, it's sad. And let's say this. If HE hits and we make a lot of money on HE, I'll donate 20% of whatever I make to the I'll try to get the cash right over to the citizens there instead of like Red Cross or something, because I don't like these government entities anymore. But I'll find a charity for like Hawaiian Relief Fund or Maui Relief Fund or something, and we'll try to send some cash directly over there. Sorry, gotta finish my breakfast. Now it's time for coffee. But I'm feeling good about it, man. Trying to blame the power company for a fire that started when the fire department was on scene and claimed it was put out, probably not a good thing. So now it's just a battle between the electric company and the government. And in my opinion, the electric company probably is more powerful than the local governments. Then I got a date tonight. I'm going to La Reforma to check out some of these fish tacos. It's the next stop on Lily's food tour list. So I'll probably make a little short YouTube video today about how the tacos are at La Reforma in Albuquerque. So I heard they're very good. Don't FOMO, jobs data could be bad. Yeah, it probably is. That's a very good point. I wish I could. I want to snip that and post it. Let's go to Gergavin's page. Gergavin, some people don't like him, but I got to tell you, he's one of the best people that puts U.S. July job openings 8.827 million, estimated 9.50. So jobs data was already bad. This is a new 2-year low job openings. Jerome Powell must be very happy. So that's good. So job openings, there's less job openings than normal. Yeah, Gergavin's great on data, man. You got to give it to him. BMO earnings doubled my meta position here at 98.50. Oh, that's his pinned tweet. Bank revenues are falling out. So Bank of Nova Scotia had missed on their earnings. Provisions for credit losses 819 million, estimated 761.6 million. Look, there's people out there getting 5, 6, 7, 8% interest rates on their home loans. You know what? Let's go to some tweets. Why is my For You page? And you know what? I'll tell you what. When Mark keys up on something, short term, a lot of people give him heat if it looks like he's wrong, but long term, he ends up winning. And I'll tell you, Trupanion's got a lot of meat on the bone right now. And their pet insurance, from what I've seen, does have massive issues. So it's already gap filled this. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and take some puts out on Trupanion now because it's already gap filled one of its closer gaps. The daily, it looks like MACD is getting ready to cross. What's the 5-minute look like? I'm going to go ahead and nail some Trupanion puts now. This thing's had quite the crazy run, but in most cases when that happens, it's usually someone trying to squeeze out Mark. Mark has a lot of big institutional enemies. You guys don't know about Trupanion, pet insurance company. Their premiums keep going up. People keep complaining. The CEO is really shady. I mean, there's lots of DD. You go to Mark's page, you can read all the DD. I'm going to go ahead and take a small put position on that too. October 20. I'm going to go ahead and do November 17, and that's a way out, but that's after earnings. I bet you their earnings are going to be trash. And it's at 30 right now, so I'm going to go ahead and look at 25 bucks. And they're still pretty expensive though. There we go. I'm just going to take a small position. November 17th, $1.20. November 17th. I don't know. I don't like these puts. These are kind of expensive. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off on that one. I'm going to wait. I'm in a lot of positions right now. I feel like I've overextended. So I'm going to keep my Innovix long. I'm just going to hold on to that 12 months. TMF calls. TMF starting to do good things. It's forming a bull flag right now, you guys. That's awesome. If TMF forms a nice bull flag on this, and then we break out again, this is going to be a good run, man. Calls are starting to print back up. AMC, garbage. God, I don't even want to look at my AMC stuff anymore. Space, long term, just holding for some good news. See what happens. IDX, what are you doing? Did you pop back up a little bit? It did. Wow, look at that. It's spiked right, but it gapped. So that's good. $325, gap up. This thing will get kicked back down. I'm going to wait until RSI kicks back up a little bit and we'll see what happens. May end up loading a little more. I don't know. TMF looks awesome. Now it's just time to be patient. I'm getting overexcited. Now it's time to be patient. Let me go back to the chat. All right. Well, that explains the run then. I thought it came out earlier. Well, that was Jolts. That was opening data. So I don't know if that's the same as unemployment. I don't think it is. But if there's less job openings, that means jobs data is probably good. Just look his YouTube channel up. It's Hawaii Real Estate. He's doing great by the Hawaiians posting their stories. There's a guy doing interviews, Hawaii Realty, something is good, but a good guy, helping families by interviewing, posting. That's awesome. Sorry I mentioned Unity, Spence. I didn't know the job data was already. No, it's okay, man. I don't care. So good job data, meaning the market should see a bit of recovery here. So why? What is this? Unity just flying through the roof? Yeah. Oh well. We'll see. Maybe it takes a hit. Maybe some bad info. Coin's just running like coin just squeezing out again. Somebody bought a big lot of coin right there. Probably Kathy Woods off the back of the jobs data. Jobs data come out. IDX seen a little reprieve from the market. Hawaiian Electric should be popping up here pretty soon. And Innovix is doing great. So pretty good day for our positioning so far. IDEX. We'll see, man. Even with the jobs data and everything good, IDEX is a fundamental downside play. 1 for 125 reverse split. They're going to raise a little bit of cash. You might see a small pop, but there's nothing in the company. Dogs have the nicest backyard in the neighborhood. They can play all day, and they want to be in here and stare at me. So get a little bit of sunlight up in here. Beautiful New Mexico day to all my New Mexico homies. And I was mad about the 4.25% I got. Yeah, same girl, man. She's awesome. She's a really cool chick, Jason. Like really cool. I mean, she keyed up and started talking about like finance and stock stuff with me. Like she brought it up. I was like, yeah, like it's awesome. Like, she's the chess game girl. So, which I won one and she's won like two. Super smart, super cool. Video games, good music. Likes to talk finance and stuff. Just really good with the dogs. I mean, she's cool, man. It's very rare. So I can't wait to see her tonight. Good foodie too. She likes food, so BTC's running. Yeah, Kathy Woods is probably buying up coin and going crazy right now. So we took a chance on you. It's all good, man. Your analysis on RSI and the MACD was right. So I'll just hold those until they expire. It's only a couple $100, so no big deal. If it does dump on some bad news, we win. And that always happens to me, right? Right when I sell my contracts, it goes the exact way I thought it was going to go originally. So I'm not even down $100 yet on that. Calls would have just been banging on most of the stuff today. Overstocks is ripping. UPST is going bananas. TMF's forming a bull flag. Hopefully, this bull flag. TMF's forming a bull flag with really high RSI. If it maintains, this is going to be good. IDX creeping back down already. HE's popping back up. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, this is a crazy morning. Even gold and silver are ripping. Looks like the government just injected a whole ton of money in the stock market. Boom, boom, boom. Jobs data was good. The problem is, though, and this is basic economic 101 failure on the government. There's people I know, a lot of my favorite I don't want to call them bartenders. I don't really feel like they're bartenders. They're tap room professionals. They're working 2, 3 jobs, man, or have some kind of side hustle. Everybody is working 2 to 3 jobs. So if the jobs data comes back and it's like, oh, well, jobs data is really good, blah, 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 because people are working 2 to 3 jobs, that's really not good for the economy. And this is where things line up for the start of crashes with people getting 5 to 8% interest on home loans, $3,000 home loan payments with higher taxes too, groceries, inflation, everything going up. There's no way that's sustainable. The jobs data isn't actually good. Short term, it looks good. Long term, it's not, because when everything crashes and then inflation starts to correct, you're going to see people quit those second and third jobs. I do not agree with any type of data this administration's put out. TMF. Let's go, baby. Man, I feel excited again for the first time in like months. On a stock. I gotta text my buddy. So we are above, way above where we said to buy it. So I was telling my buddy to get in around like $5, $6, and we're up at six. I think we got in at like 550, 625. Missed a bunch of phone calls. Hold on. Oh my God. People always ask me what I'm in, and then I tell them, and then they don't do it. And then they're like, oh, I lost money on this other play. We're looking good, man. We're making money today. What am I positive on? And Innovix is just rocketing. Wish I would have bought them calls. But I'm long the stock. I'm already up 5% on the stock. That's a good day. TMF. TMF calls are going to start printing hard when this thing has its breakout back to 6. Or not 6, I'm sorry. Where's our first gap fill line on that? 660. We're literally only like 40 cents off of 660, and that's the first gap fill. And when it hits and grabs support, it's going to run. And then those calls are going to print like freaking crazy. Ideanomics is crashing again. Boom. Looking good. Back to the chat. All right. Well, that explains the run that I thought it came out earlier. Just looked at his YouTube. Read that. Bitcoin running Hawaii real estate. Dude, that's awesome, man. So happy for you. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's been a long time. I'll tell you what. This AMC stuff, I more or less had like certain girlfriends online that I talked to every day. But the AMC crap literally took up most of my life. Like, it's just stupid. And then as soon as I'm away from it and I'm relaxed and I'm back in reality and off the internet, I meet an amazing chick. So, I mean, I was like, hey, you want to go see Avenged Sevenfold? And she's like, dude, I love Avenged Sevenfold. I was like, yes. Because they're coming in October to Isleta. So, why would TMF run now, though, if money is going back in stocks and not in treasuries? The stock market going up is actually going to be a good thing for TMF, because what's going to happen is banks are already downgraded, cash is devaluing, right? So they want to pull their money from banks and go back into stocks and treasuries, right? The more, even if they go back into stocks, if they pull their money from the banks to go back in the stocks, that's going to make the banks weaker, which means people who are just holding cash in the bank at the time are going to go, it's safer to be in treasuries in case there's a bank collapse. So the stock market going up is actually a good thing. I bet if we look at TMF and we look at the long term, every time the stock market was high, TMF was probably high. So, I mean, look, let's see here. Oh, that's IDX. So right here, let's see, March 22, 2021, the market dipped and TMF dipped, and then it rose back up and we followed that rise, and then it just crashed along with really bad economic banking data and stuff like that. People were shorting treasuries because they went to an all-time high. Short selling and then selling treasuries. The Japanese are selling treasuries, and a lot of this has to do with BRICS, in my opinion. Now that we hit a new all-time low and banks are looking at probably their worst situation in the past 20, 30 years, people are going to want to pull their cash out of banks when you're only earning 2-3% and put them into treasuries, not even 2-3%, maybe 1%, and put them into treasuries, which you're going to earn 3-5%, or back in the stock market. So TMF is going to do really well. Ideanomics just crashing. Come on, HE. Let's see some poppy pop. This Hawaii real estate guy has a Starlink someone loaned him. Don't think he will have it much longer, though. Just saying, everyone, these people are getting help from the government. That's good. They're not getting help from the government. That doesn't surprise me. I think the government wants the land. I'm already up 20% on my TMF calls. Good for you, Eddie. Way to go, man. If you guys are on Twitter, man, go to my Twitter page. If you're up on the calls, go to my tweets and tell me if you're up or not. Just go in, drop a comment, tell me if you're up, tell me if you're down. I like to hear about it on Twitter. That way, because by the time I close the live, all these comments in the live are pretty much gone. And most of you say what you want to say in the live instead of the comment section on the post video. When I studied the chart, it was highest March 2020 when stocks sold off, but that was just an event. Ah, that makes sense, actually. Jason Richard. Glad Hand Deb. I had half AMC and half Ape. I'm a trucker and doubt I ever retire now. I'm 66. TikTok. I do have a good job, but so disappointed. Did get more app because of you, though. Had sold half of my Ape at 6. That's good, man. My goal was to reduce people's losses on this. And I think we did a pretty good job. FTC should have something to say about Trump buying fake news. Federal Trade Commission has announced proposed rule banning fake reviews of testimonials. Good. Good, good, good. Thank God. Phil for real and Cat Striker saying Ape is still trading on other platforms. Ape is not trading on other platforms. It might be listed on some podunk website somewhere for data on old data. But Phil for real and Cat Striker are absolute fools. Both of these people are part of why this entire thing failed. You just can't make it up, man. I mean, we came to the table with T0. We came to the table with DRS, and then I created the idea of doing a 1-to-1 dividend backed by physical silver certificates. Seriously, if Adam Aaron would have did a 1-to-1 dividend backed by serial numbered physical silver certificates from Highcroft Mine, AMC would have been the play of the century. And the whole community backed that. Basically, Adam Aaron could have done very low gram 1-to-1 silver dividend backed by a serialized physical silver certificate made by Sprott. So he could have went to Highcroft Mine and said, give us a good deal on this much silver, put it in little vials. It doesn't even have to be minted or nothing, just a little ball of silver goes in a vial, goes in a safe at Highcroft Mine. They hold it. And then Sprott comes out and says, this is how you do physical silver certificates by serial number. And then they get sent out to each individual shareholder as an NFT on a digital basis. So you cannot duplicate it. You cannot copy it. You can't deliver a fake one. They're serialized, right? And you get the NFT or whatever, or your physical certificate. Now, if he would have done that, it would have been a 1-to-1 count, and all the naked shorts and total return swaps and all those people would have got caught and said, oh crap, now we have to pay this dividend cash in lieu, but we're basically admitted that we're naked short the stock. Now, if people would have said, no, I do not want cash in lieu, I want my freaking physical silver certificate, then Adam Aaron could have went to the DTCC and cried foul, and we would have won. So there was 3 good ideas that we did for the community that Adam Aaron just didn't want to do. He is for the bondholders. He's the suit. Cat Striker got everybody to believe he was the greatest thing since sliced bread. So did multiple other people, and he screwed us. All right. I had half AMC. Okay, we read that one. And Glad Hand Deb, I appreciate you as a trucker. My grandpa was a trucker for so many years. All I can tell you guys, if you're getting in this market, they call it the casino for a reason. I never go, I've been all in on a couple things, but I never go all in on things. They even have a new rap song that's pretty cool about Trump. Yeah, I heard that. Look, Mark Cohodes always says never let go of the rope. There's other really good plays out there. I'm telling you, Overstock and Innovix, Overstock is going to be a powerhouse in 5 years. I mean, an absolute Amazon type powerhouse. Well, good luck to you, Deb. Stay safe out there. Jason Richard, AA is too lazy anyhow. DZZ. Our next door neighbor just sold their home. The new buyers paid $360K at 7.5%. I almost passed out when they told me that. We got our place for $220 at 2.8% back in December. DZZ, it almost makes me want to sell my house that I just bought because I know right now I could probably get $340 for this place. I could walk away with $50,000 profit on this house that I just bought less than a year ago. But at the same time, I would have to find somewhere else to live. And I probably could find a smaller, cheaper place and be totally content. But I'm just going to wait. I think in the next 2 years, I think we have a market downside, we have a housing downside, and then we start the recovery again. And then by 2030, I'm thinking my house is this neighborhood's really turning into something nice out here. I'm thinking my house is going to be worth a lot. So, Pops, I'm a trucker too. Yeah, I still got an old leather binder, U.S. Holland. My grandpa trucked for Holland for like 40 years, man. So, and I tell every time we're out on the road, I tell my daughter when I'm driving, I teach her the rules of respecting the truckers and turning wide and not getting in their pinch zones and just giving them the right of way, man. These truckers, a lot of these younger drivers and a lot of just really stupid people literally will pull in front of these truckers and then slow down, and they don't understand that they keep the truck rolling with momentum. So, all right, market's cooling off a little bit after the jobs data. HE's looking like it wants to tick to the upside. I'm digging it. TMF, little bull flag. It is curving back down a little bit, but that candle's hot. That's a hot candle. Somebody knows something. They got in, and they're happy with it. Space. Here we go. Ticking, baby. That's good right there. This looks like space wants to come back and I think was there some gap fills? Yeah, there's a gap at 488. I'll tell you what, if space runs back to 488 in the next couple weeks, I'll just get out of those call options because that's like a 200-300%er. So, man, $360,000 at 7.5%. That's like a $4,000 house payment, man. That is insane. That is not freaking it's just stupid. But I mean, if the problem is people are moving from California, they're moving from Colorado, they're moving from Florida, they're moving from Jersey, they're all coming to New Mexico. They're coming out in the Southwest, and our housing is getting inflated because they're all moving in. But it's going to stay inflated regionally in the Southwest areas like Albuquerque and stuff like that because people are moving here for good. They're leaving the inner cities. The inner cities are failing in America, and I think it's necessary. I think the inner cities need to fail. They need to be downsized. Commercial real estate needs to fail, and we need to move on from big inner city corporate offices to people working from home. I really do. Like most of the Netflix employees can work from home. If you have a smaller operation, like say Twitter, and they want people in at the office, that makes sense because the Twitter building is not locked into a massive inner city high-rise type of environment. You can actually drive to work. But the stuff in like New York and deep San Francisco, why do you think Musk keeps moving his businesses out of the big inner cities? Thank you for saying. A lot of people think we slow them down when in the hammer lane also, but I have a lot of speed limiters. Just want to put that out there. Shout out to Pops over and out. Thanks, Glad Hand Eb. Hope you have a good day. Yeah, if you see a trucker coming down a hill and they're catching up to you and you're in the fast lane, get over in the slow lane. Let the trucker gain the downhill momentum. Stay out of their freaking way. They're trying to deliver your food, your water, your kids' video games. I mean, just you really need to think about it, man. The frustration they have to go through with these stupid people on the highway. I can't stay in the highway, and I'm not a trucker. Come on, HE, let's go. Everything's just taking its little cool off period from the data. So I'm guessing we're just waiting for J-Pow to come out and talk. Gergovin. The long GBTC and short Bitcoin trade is up 90%. We need to check silver. I've got like, and that's the great thing. I've got like $5,000 worth of physical silver. Where is it? Where did the tickers go? I know they're on here. What in the hell happened to my tickers? I forgot what it was. Something like US. I forgot. It's like US. Come on. XAUSD. AU. Oh my God. What was the tickers for silver and gold? I can't believe. It's like. Somebody put it in the chat. I've completely had a brain fart on the tickers. XAU. XAU SD. USD? No, it's XAUSD, I think. XAU USD. Yeah, okay. Come on. I don't even know why they're gone. There we go. There's gold. It's XAG. XAG USD. There we go. Brain fart over. All right. And they're ripping, man. Silver's doing great. Gold's okay. Silver just had a nice pop. I'm holding my physical silver for years, though. My kid will get it when she's 30 or something. And I'm hoping by then we see the silver. I think silver's going to squeeze. Personally, JP Morgan keeps getting caught manipulating the silver and gold market. Oh man, don't even worry about Unity, RWK. To be totally honest with you, I almost went opposite of you, and I was thinking about buying calls. It's okay, no big deal. I'm not even worried about it. I'm just gonna get out now and take my couple hundred from it and rip. This thing could tick pretty hard to the upside, but we just got good data today. Coin is just ripping, man. That shorts just got destroyed on coin. But I agree with the short thesis on coin. UPST's ripping, everything's ripping. IDX still ticking downside. I was hoping HE was going to take a big jump today on that data, but it didn't. It's already had a good run though. But Innovix, we got a good play on Innovix today. Happy with that. Up 6%. I bet you tomorrow we see some action on HE. TMF falling back off a little bit, not a big deal. Hopefully it gains some traction at those higher rates. Just gonna go ahead and sell this AMC call because then freaking maybe I get $50 out of it or something. I don't know. Crap. We'll just let it expire. Maybe AMC squeezes tomorrow. Garbage. IDX actually pulling upside a little bit, but coming back down. So there we are, guys. Let me take the last of these comments here. We're positioned IDX short or downside on puts, HE upside on calls, Innovix long, TMF upside, hoping for a squeeze on treasuries. Let's see. DMS just did a 1 for 15 reverse split, halted up right now, kind of weird. DMS. Yeah, sometimes the reverse splits make these things just run like crazy because they know they're going to raise a ton of cash. DMS. What is DMS? Digital Media Solutions. Yeah, all these companies doing reverse splits. I don't know. It's not ripping. It's DMS earnings. Digital Media Solutions. Negative 2%. It's debt. I mean, it was a what? Debt management services or digital media solutions? I think it's digital media solutions. $5 and it was at 29 cents. Yeah, man, when a company gets that low, there's problems. Thanks for the key up on DMS. I think I'm going to go ahead and take some puts on. I'm going to look at puts on DMS anyways. Trade options. DMS. Digital Media Solutions. Sorry, but there's no options available for this security. Oh, look at there. So no options. Yes. So why don't we just sell it short? RSI is really high. Let's check and see if there's any news on it. DMS. This has been a great trading day with you guys. I'm really enjoying this, man. No, not really talking AMC or nothing. We're actually talking like good plays. Last week, DMS had an overall loss of negative 5.61%. The stock price moved from 28 cents to 27. Last week's high was 29.7. Digital Media Solutions amend registration statement. Digital Media Solutions statement of changes in beneficial ownership. Let's see what happened here. Did somebody sell? Did insiders sell right before the reverse split? Disposed of. Saldana Anthony, Digital Media Solutions. Yeah, somebody sold insiders. I'm going to go ahead and short this thing. I'm going to take out a small short position. Let's see. What's it at now? 457? What's going on here? I don't know. Let me short it. Digital Media Solutions. Hard to borrow. Well, it don't look like we can get in on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like the short positions are already all there. So good call, though. It's a dumpster fire company for sure. Innovix doing good. HE doing good. IDX doing what we wanted. HE popped back up a little bit off the bottom. RSI's mid-range. MACD's just floating around. Daily is just way oversold still. We missed the rock bottom because we were locked in 8, but we'll see what's going on here. Did Gasparini really show up to the park to meet Ethan? Oh my gosh, what the actual F is going on here? That's funny. Ethan's straight up gonna end up in jail, man. That dude is pushing. He's taking it way too far. He's doing it wrong. Say $24 and change AG. I'm enjoying it also. My IDX puts are in the money but red. In the money but red. What did you buy your puts at? What was the price per contract? You guys, when I say these things, if you're buying options, you really need to know what implied volatility is, and you need to really understand what your when you buy contracts, you need to really check the price per share when you buy them. If I think when it opened the other day, IDX options, and why I couldn't get in is because the price per share was like $3 because the contracts weren't valued properly. But if that was me and you're in the money, depending on how many you have, I would hold them and or just, I don't know. I got to know what you got price per share, dude. Thanks for hanging. Need more red on IDX. Yeah, it's coming. You may want to average down, Greg. Check your price per share on your contracts that you bought now. And if it's like over 70 cents, go back in and look at them today and see what they're at today. They may be way cheaper. So, yeah, tomorrow I think IDX is probably just going to fall off a freaking cliff. It's really weak at this bottom here. This is it's had multiple rejections to the upside at lower levels, and it's now basically formed a triple bottom over a longer, like a 3-day period. It looks like it's just going to dump and fall off a cliff soon. I mean, it's down 6% today. When it does, it's going to print hard. So let's see here. Innovix doing good. Overstock. Okay, cool. I think I covered everything, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the comments. Really appreciate it. Of course, now there's less people in the channel because we're not only talking AMC. I think the real investors are left in the channel. I appreciate it. If y'all could, please make sure you hit the like button. It makes a big difference in the algorithms. I'm going to start keying up more on these plays. I'm going to go do some more DD today on TMF. I'm going to look up any type of bank news. HE, I'm going to go and dig into more of the news on the Hawaii situation and the role the fire department had in it. Woo, AMC is over for me. What a disaster learning how to do puts and calls. Good for you, John. Wasted 2.5 years. Hey, it wasn't a waste. We did bring a lot of visibility to the market. Everybody learned a ton. Like, we all learned a lot. And now we're all here. And you guys have seen some of the other plays I've made in the past 2 years. UPST, I was ripping like $8,000 a week. Bud, I shorted it. I made like 10 grand on that one. Signature Bank, like 70K on that one. There's other plays out there, and a lot of you guys talking in here in this chat have keyed up on really good plays, and I'm really happy with my position now. I think in a couple weeks, TMF's going to be in the money, IDX is going to be in the money, HE is going to be in the money. Innovix long term is going to be a great play, and I'm going to start rebuilding my portfolio, so I'm really happy about it. Either way, you guys have a great day. I'll let you know how date night went tomorrow morning. Pretty excited about it. And good luck in all your positions, man. Bright Stonks out.